There's a substantial risk of loss associated with trading Forex, binary options, stocks, or equities, collectively, asset classes. Only risk capital should be used for trading. Trading in any asset classes is not appropriate for everyone. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. No representation is being made that investors will make profits or will not sustain losses. Before trading in any asset classes, investors should consult with their professional broker, financial advisor, or financial consultant to determine whether trading asset classes is appropriate. Investors who trade in any asset classes should only do so if the capital used for this purpose represents funds that an investor can afford to lose without adversely impacting the investor's lifestyle. No trading strategy or methodology is without risk of loss. No trading strategy is risk-free, and no trading strategy can guarantee profits or freedom from losses. Investors risk losing the cost to execute any transaction, including associated commissions or fees. You should carefully consider whether trading in any asset class is appropriate for you in light of your investment experience and financial resources. Any trading decisions you make are solely your responsibility and at your own risk. None of the statements or materials in the Auvoria Prime chat rooms constitute a solicitation or recommendation to buy or sell.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this episode of Monthly Insights for GearBox. This time I have actually prepared a presentation for you, so we are making it more professional by every single time we do this. And as I was preparing this call, I was thinking about actually how many languages and how many different countries we have in AP, and this is like the Forex market is global. So is Auvoria Prime. We have customers from all around the world. We have people in the team building and developing different softwares and running everything in the backstage, also from all around the world. So it's very multinational. But don't want to keep you waiting, since it is the beginning of soon it's gonna be summer, and the weather is a lot nicer than it was, at least here in Estonia. So people spend a lot more time in the outside, going to the forest and doing different activities, so don't want to take too much of your time. But just bear in mind, these calls are very important. And before we actually dig into the topics, welcome. If you are completely new to these calls, make sure to watch it from the beginning to the end. This goes also for people who are already GearBox users, and make notes if you go along. Also, we have Q&A going on in the Zoom call. This is a Zoom call. You might be watching this on another platform, not only Zoom. Of course, wherever you're watching this, click subscribe, also comment, and I will get back to you if you have anything to say there. Who am I? My name is Jaak, and I have been with Auvoria Prime since almost from the beginning, actually. And as the saying goes, if you do something with a full heart, you will get along. And as you can see, by now I have become an educator for GearBox and also for Radar. I'm helping to develop the softwares. I'm also doing beta testing, and I'm also, of course, an active user of the softwares that Auvoria Prime has on offer for you. Furthermore, I have a son, 5 years old, and I love to spend my time doing things that I love to do. So that's also one of the main reasons why I got involved with EAs and Forex from the beginning. So let's talk about what is GearBox. If you are completely new to this call, if you're completely new to Auvoria Prime, you might even not know what GearBox is. You might not even have heard the word GearBox. So let's go over what GearBox is. Then we will be talking about results. Then let's go over the current settings. Then, of course, GearBox 3.0 and information channels, where you can get more information about settings, results, Auvoria Prime in general, and so forth. And also contact the company directly, for example. Then we talk about where you can find support and some closing words. And I can see one thing is missing from here. There's one more slide about macro situation in the world right now. So let's dig in. What is GearBox? GearBox is a reversal trading software. It is MetaTrader 4 compatible. What MetaTrader 4 is for, it's actually you have a trading account with a broker, any broker you like. Of course, it would be good to use a broker that is legit, that has been around for a long time and doesn't do monkey business. This means also that your funds will be in your own custody for the whole time, meaning that neither I or AP will be taking your money for investments. You will be responsible for everything yourself. So this also means that nobody can do a rug pull for you. The only way you can get rid of your money is by making stupid choices on your trading account. It uses historical data to predict reversals. It uses a thing called gears. It's like a, let's see if I can make a little drawing for you so you get a better understanding of what I'm actually talking about here. Paint. So let's say this is the Forex market. There's a price going up and down. It doesn't matter what currency pair it could be, Euro USD, GBP USD, whatever. So what GearBox does, it starts counting, and it uses also moving averages to see the trend, where the trend is going, to see where it could actually reverse. So let's say you start GearBox at this point, and then the market starts going up. It sees, okay, the trend is going up, and it starts counting gears. So gears is like how much the price has moved since GearBox was actually started, and these gears are also reset at the beginning of each week. So let's say here we have gear number 1, here we have gear number 2, and then it goes down, and then it goes up again. Here we have gear number 3. Let's say for this pair it's programmed to enter at gear number 4. So there's a small reversal here, then it continues. Let's say gear number 4 is here. Oh, nice 4. It enters the trade here with the direction of sell. So it's basically waiting for a reversal here. Well, the market goes a little bit more against you. Then it gets to here. Let's say gear number 5 is here at this point. Of course, this is all dynamic and it's also exponential. There's a multiplier used, so it's not your martingale system. And then it just waits in the trades until it finally reverses. Here at this point it starts reversing, going in your direction, and since you have already 5 trades in, and each trade, the next trade is a little bit bigger compared to the last one, let's say it closes the trades out around here with whatever, 5% profit or whatever it could be. So this is the basic concept of how GearBox works, and of course it will do this also in the opposite direction depending on what the current market is doing. It can do this both for sells and both for buys, and the gears are different depending on what pair is being traded, because it is using historical data. The entry points are, historical, and so far it's been actually working pretty well, and it's been working for years. GearBox is the software that was capable of going through when Ukraine war started actually, and there's been a couple of other big market moves also since GearBox was launched, and people who have been keeping going with GearBox, they are in profit. Of course, I have to say that you have to use the correct settings or use proper settings to run GearBox. We will get into that a little bit later. Okay, it is the longest running software on AP. It is very customizable. It can be run as a scalper, it can be run as a swing trader, it can be run as a sniper trader, it can be run as a super sniper trader. So it is very customizable, and it is a very good tool for people who actually know about trading, but it's also a good tool for people who don't have any idea or any concept about trading, because it has settings that have been proven to work over the years, and there's no need actually to go and mess around with it constantly all the time. You just set it up. Of course, you don't forget it. You still have to go every week and just check on it to see everything is working and everything is ready for the next week. It has very good safety features. You have correlation filter, hedging, drawdown protection, chill out mode, and so on. Let's talk about results. So it has been actually run on everything under the sky, everything you can imagine. I know people who have run GearBox on indices, on gold, even on crypto actually. So people have used GearBox on many different instruments, but I would say it is the best idea just to stick to the default settings, to the default strategies, because they have proven to work over time. Best performers are USD CAD and Euro USD, followed by GBP NZD and AUD USD. For you, one pair data, so you know what I'm talking about. So you can see here the best pairs. You have USD CAD, Euro USD, GBP NZD, and AUD USD, all of them over 100% on this chart here. Of course, people do run JPY pairs and CHF pairs sometimes, but I personally don't do it because it's just not worth it. Euro USD and USD CAD actually make enough profit on their own that it is not necessary to run these risky pairs. Okay, I'm just gonna show you some results, because there have been many issues with MetaTrader 4 licensing for brokers. Many accounts that were doing really well for years are not active anymore. So now it's difficult to find accounts that are actually running for a long time and performing or using real money on their accounts. So what I did is I started a testing account for GearBox, so I know everything that is going on there, and there's no way to, how to say, I will not have any question marks regarding this account. I set up this account in March, and you can see in April it did 4.25%. And also another account I'm going to show that has been running for a way longer time, just so you know that it is actually a software that has been running for a long time. You can see here this account. It has been running since March 9th of 2021. I know the owner of this account also personally, and I know that in the last months it has not been running. There's been some issues with setup and so on. I would say user error, sorry. But let's look at the results here. 2021, 3 losing months. 2022, no losing months, everything in green. 2023, you can see here February, March, April, May, June, August. So it was actually turned off for quite a bit of time, and in 2024 it was also turned off for a long time actually. And the account is still performing well. Monthly average profit is 2.6%. Total gain 164%. I would say if it had been running for the whole time of this history, I'm sure the results would be way higher. Let's see what else we have here that we need to discuss. So let's talk about settings. I'm just gonna open a yeah, this is difficult. I have 3 screens, but okay, nice. Now it finally came. GearBox. I'm just gonna open my GearBox so you can see for yourself. So you have precision versus intraday mode. Precision is what I have been talking about mostly so far. I know some people use intraday mode. Intraday mode is mainly used for trading more volatile stuff like indices, gold, and crypto, crude oil, stuff like that. But I personally stay away from these things because I'm here for the long run and I'm not looking for crazy gains. I'd rather have my accounts growing steadily over the years. And if you don't know, you can actually, it's probably a good idea for you to research when Buffett, if you know Buffett, you should know Buffett. He's one of the most famous investors of the world. He made most of his money in the last, I think, 5 or 10 years, because there's a tipping point when it comes to compound interest. And if you always continue shooting yourself in the foot by taking losses because you're running improper risk management, then you will never get to this point. So it's better to have long goals, have patience, and add money to your account instead of raising risk. Then you have default settings, which actually I run because these settings have proven themselves over the years. And then time frame. Time frame is a really important thing. Let me show you. When it comes to time frame, the thing is that, so it's set on daily. Also here set on daily. If you lower the time frame, because what some people sometimes do is they just want to switch between time frames to make analysis or something, and then they forget they did it, or they do it on a chart. They actually do it on a chart where GearBox is running, and this is a bad idea because then this will throw GearBox out of whack. You have actually changed the strategy for GearBox if you have changed the time frame. The shorter the time frame, the faster it's going to be counting the gears. It means that the faster it's going to be going into trades, and this also means that the less precision there will be with the trades. With intraday mode, actually short time frames are being used because this is more like a, how to say, like a scalping or getting closer to high frequency trading. And of course, if you are doing or considering intraday mode, you have to be a really good trader first of all, and you have to have very solid risk management. And of course, you will also need to have a lot of free time on your hands because you will have to be monitoring it all the time. How to set up GearBox? It's actually quite easy. You just open the pairs that you want to run. In this case, we have USD CAD and Euro USD, and we have GearBox Manager. Put on another chart, separate chart. You just open the settings on the manager and you adjust whatever you need to adjust, lot sizing, everything and so on. All these things are available on the AP page. What setting does what, and what numbers should be used, or what numbers are a good idea to be used with GearBox. And then you just press on use strategy, then it will apply with customized gears to all the charts that you have opened here. One other thing that I want to mention here is if you are using MyFX Book EA on GearBox, just make sure that each time you use GearBox Manager, you have this MyFX Book chart either closed or you switch it back to MyFX Book right away. Because what GearBox Manager does, it rewrites, it puts GearBox on all the charts. It doesn't matter if it already has an EA on it or not, it will just put GearBox on every chart. And if you have, let's say, the MyFX Book EA set up on gold with a short time frame, it will put GearBox on it and it will start trading. I have seen cases where people have lost money because of it, so just be careful with using the MyFX Book EA when you are running GearBox. Last but not least, how many pairs to run with GearBox? This depends on the account size. As you can see here in this example, this is a $1,000 account. This is the same account I showed you the MyFX Book for. I'm running these two pairs because I know these two pairs are solid. They have been solid over the long run for GearBox, and I'm not going to put any more pairs on this 1K account. Some people who are very conservative would even say that just run one pair per 1,000 of money on your account. Of course, this is personal preference, and also there's always the learning curve and understand what are the risks involved when using GearBox or any other software or doing Forex trading in general. Let's continue. Let's see if there's any questions and answers. No open questions. If you guys have any questions, just open the QA and start shooting away. Let's continue. GearBox 3.0. Maybe you already know, if you watched the last call, GearBox 3.0 has been talked about for a long time, and now finally it is actually out, only for beta testing, of course, at this point. So we are beta testing GearBox 3.0, and we have been doing it for some time now, and it's actually doing rather good. I'm gonna be showing results also soon. So MetaTrader 4 and 5 compatible. Backtesting feature is integrated now, so its optimization can be done much faster and much more efficiently and much more accurately than previously. There's advanced hedging built into it. Previously there was an idea that we should have GearBox and what was it called, Trend Chaser, separately, and so they would be trading on the same account, kind of supporting each other, like let's say Batman and Robin situation. But now GearBox 3.0 has the Trend Chaser built into it. The current GearBox also has a hedging feature, but it's not as advanced as it is for GearBox 3.0. And just talking about results, I'm just gonna pull up. Where are you? I'm gonna show you one account, one test account for now. Here it is. This is crazy stuff right here. It's been running since April 6th, and it has made 30% profit so far. A drawdown has been also 30%. Is this drawdown correct? Okay, it must be correct. And you can see there's a bunch of trades open here. So it is running many pairs at the same time. This is of course also to gather data so it can be optimized even further. Now one of the main benefits of GearBox 3.0 is that it can possibly run volatile instruments like indices, gold, JPY pairs, CHF pairs, because the advanced hedging engine will eliminate a lot of the risks that are involved with GearBox running very volatile pairs. Let's see if there's... Okay, still no questions. Everybody's listening patiently. That's very good. Or I'm just... Every question has been answered already. Let's continue. Now let's talk about the macro situation. US interest rate. So what's going on there? I was reading quite a bit today and also last month about what's going on in the macroeconomics situation. And as you probably know, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. And you can probably feel in the back of your head or somewhere in your heart or wherever with your intuition that something is going on in the world. There's a lot of tensions. A lot of people are very, how to say, not maybe very, but some people less, some people more. But there is a level of uncertainty in the markets, uncertainty in the economics, uncertainty in the world at this point, not just economical, but also geopolitical wars and stuff. But when talking about the US interest rate situation specifically, I think there has been 11 Some people think that the U.S. interest rate will be brought down in the second half of this year. Some investors are expecting it. Some investors would like to see it. Some investors are very skeptical. So far, it seems like the inflation in USA has been kind of curtailed or gotten under control, but there's other factors that play into it that I wouldn't be so sure that there will be rate cuts this year at all, actually. And of course, we will see what will happen actually. So there's crude oil could go up. This is also something that plays into inflation. Because what crude oil does, if crude oil goes up, what happens is that the gas prices will go up, and if gas prices go up, everything else will go up, and this will cause more inflation. And this is the gas prices could go up because of several different things. We have the issue with Iran or Middle East in general, this destabilization that is causing uncertainty. Then we have the Houthi rebels from Yemen attacking energy ships, gas and oil on the Red Sea. Then we have Mexico talking about cutting back their oil production, and then we have OPEC Plus doing also cutting back their production, which will drive the prices up. And of course, China, there are reports that China's demand for oil has gone up and is going to be going up more, which will put pressure on the prices to go up more. Of course, it might happen that the prices might go up to the same levels, to the max levels we had not too long time ago. Everybody was hit very hard in the States. They were very used to low gas prices there. This might happen again. Of course, we will see if it will happen. But all of these things, of course, affect people mentally, and also how the markets react to certain news and how volatile the markets are in general. Then we have the geopolitical situation. In addition to the wars, we have US presidential elections coming up. This is always a topic that stirs up the markets. We have Trump versus Biden. Of course, we will see what will happen there, and it will probably continue causing fluctuations in the markets, which GearBox does like. If people are running correct settings with GearBox, fluctuations in the markets are breakfast for GearBox, and it enjoys it a lot. So let's talk about information channels. Must be KGB or something. So we have the monthly calls, of course. Then we have help desk. How to access the help desk is you go to auvoriaprime.com, you press on support, and you just type in the topic that you want to search. And you can actually also use this for Telegram and Discord. You will have all the links here. I'm just gonna type in Telegram, how to create an account and join groups. You scroll to the bottom here, you have all the different things here. Then of course Discord, we have the same. How to join, okay. You have Discord, and of course Telegram announcement channels are also available here. With the Discord channel, you can actually only get into when you have an active account, an active license. You have to do it through your back office. Then we have the YouTube channel. That's really easy. You just go to YouTube and search for Auvoria Prime, and it is right here. You can also see it. You can also see it in the top here, Auvoria Prime. And last but not least, we have the results document. You will find this by going to auvoriaprime.com / myfx books, and it opens this document for you where you have all the different tools that AP has on offer in one place. You can go check out MyFX book links. You have also results group, Telegram, Facebook, and so on and so forth. Well, I have to say thank you, and closing thoughts. Of course, you are welcome to join the next time. Hopefully next time it will be running nicely and not be cut off at 30 minutes. I'm just wondering if it's something that Zoom did. Anyway, regarding mindset is the main thing. We touched mindset also in this call. Long running accounts always have a long-term view. Don't be greedy. There's no need to look for really high results, really high profits, because it just doesn't work this way. Forex doesn't work this way. You can have a couple of months where it works really nicely, and then all of a sudden, because you're running really risky settings, you will be caught with your pants down. Don't put yourself in such situations, because it will not help you in the long run. Anyway, thank you for joining this call, and I appreciate your participation, and see you next time in a month, June 3rd.